again and welcome to Tina's Weird Science. That's right, boys and girls. We're going to study lots today. Today's topic, reaction time. That's right, it's reaction time. Now, my reactions as a child were, excuse me, a little better than they are today. You know, life takes its toll. You'll find that out, kid. Life takes a toll. Takes a lot. But anyway, we're getting these lovely experiments about life, about science, from Janice Van Cleves. Well, hello, lovey. Darling, Janice Van Cleve. Hoity-toity Hamptons gal gets rich writing the book. I'm down on Skid Row asking someone for a smoke till I landed this gig. But that's better now. But Janice Van Cleve, happy for you. Help! My science project is due tomorrow. Well, if that's the biggest of your problems, girl. No wonder, I just write books for children. Well, that's nice. That's nice for you. You're not the center. It's not all about Janice. Miss Van Cleve, Miss Van Cleve. I don't have any resentments, huh? So, the experiment we're doing today is called Oops. Oops. Have you ever, kids, have you ever had an oops? I have had an oops. Or two. So we want to do a project about reaction time. To determine how to measure reaction time, we'll need a ruler, a helper. Helper, did you go to happy hour? Shake yes or no. Oh, that's what you say every time. That's what you say every time. Now, kids, I want you to think about this. Think about the camera angles you've seen, not on this film, not on this camera, but on this camera. Is there a little shakiness? Is there a little Selma, can you say denial? Can you say it? Just once. No? Well, you're not saying nothing. You're not moving your head. Oh, there. Now I caught you red-handed in denial. I can smell it on your breath. But, oh, excuse. My lung power ain't so good anymore. But anyway, what we're gonna do is figure out how long it takes to react. Now I predict Tina, Test Tube Tina, will have a pretty good reaction time. Now I need my little helper up here. Yeah, that's you, Mr. Fast Speedy. Oh, that's a good angle. Nice shot. You gotta be over here. We did this in rehearsal. Don't you remember? Oh, well, guess maybe not. Maybe a little brandy on the breath would say maybe you have a good reason for not remembering. Good reason. You know, Tina doesn't drink that much. I guess you could probably read through that. But I don't prior to the show. Prior to the show, it's important for me to be present, to be clear, to be just strong and just a role model for your kids. And I'm going to try to show you that reaction time can be pretty darn good when you're clear-headed. So now what we do is I'm going to lean over. Did you catch that lean? I'm going to heave. I'm going to heave ho. Oh, that's funny. Heave ho. Well, I haven't called that in years. But we're going to do this. Where I'm going to, see, I'm going to put the 1 down here and the 12 up here. You got a ruler. 1 to 12. Now, you're going to have to move over that way to get out of the light. Good help. Good help. Now, you need to hold on to the top of this. There's those delicate masculine fingers. Now, put it right at the top of my thumb. Right in between those fingers at the top of my thumb. There you have it. Now, you're not going to tell me when, but you're going to drop it, and I'm going to try to catch it. I'm going to try to catch it. Catch it. I can do it. I'm not knowing when it's dropping. I got it. Okay, but I would call that an 11 and a half. An 11 and a half. Now let's write down the test results. Right down here. Right here. Tina. 11 and a half. 11 and a half. No, doesn't that just sound like a dream? Dream come true. 11 and a half. Now, Daddy, let's see. Pass me that camera. Okay. Just a sec. Gotta put out the smoke. I'll put it out. Okay, now. Okay, no, you can't do it to yourself, hon. Well. Okay, now, yeah, don't cheat. Don't cheat, man. I have to be at the top of your thumb. The top. What'd I tell ya?
What's the test results?
Just a second. Get that camera back over here as quickly as you can with your nimble fingers in mine. Oh, it was a myth. I call Daddy a miss. Miss. Hello, Miss Daddy. Miss Daddy didn't catch it. Now, we're gonna try one more thing here. Now take a look at this. You may have heard this, kids. You may have heard that alcohol will affect your reaction time. I believe it to be true. We're just doing a little test here. Just a little test. Now, kids, I don't recommend drinking to abuse. I don't recommend it till you're 21. And even after that, take it and think long and hard before you get addicted. People get addicted to stuff like this, and then they stick with that label their whole lives. No, you can't become a social drinker again. No, you're an addict. Well, you don't want to wear that on your sleeve now, do you? It's not pretty, but you know, years of therapy and actually a couple years of denial has helped a lot. You know, what's the point of reality when there's so many other alternatives? Now, you give that a good thought. Now, we're gonna do this shot just like I used to do at the strip club. All right? We're going. I was never very good at this. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, well, hello. How are you? Just went and got a little drink at the bar. Little drink. A little thirsty. Oh. I'm going to do this shot. Unlike the other shot, I'm not going to embarrass myself by spitting up. Spitting up is so pretty. But let's just take a nice sip. Nice. We're going to test my reaction time, but first we're going to do Danny again. Just so maybe he'll feel the effects. Perhaps to feel the effects. Give me another. Fine. You know, they say that drinking all over a kiddie's book, spitting up all over it might be inappropriate. I would venture to agree, but there wasn't a lot of options, now was there? When your gag reflex just goes, and it just goes. It does. So, reaction time. Okay, let's go with you again, Dan. Can you film yourself? Can you film yourself? I don't think I can handle the... Here, now, you gotta be over the edge. Like you're not already over the edge. Okay. That's right, it's your nose. What's your problem with the nose? What don't you get about being at the bottom? That was an uncalled for statement. Anytime now it could drop and Danny may have to react. Is he good at multitasking? Is he not? Does he have a clue? You know what? That wasn't fair. Because my little sticky fingers stuck to it. So I'm going to be more careful this time. So we're going to talk about life a little bit. I'll look at this camera since you're focused on that. Maybe we'll have a... Ooh, look it. You see it from 2 angles on the camera there. On the screen now, you'll notice that I'm talking to you. And you'll notice with the other one, this is what a studio they must have. Number 2. Let's see. First was Miss, then there's Press. Miss Press so far. Let's try me. Are you ready? You put the 1 at the bottom. Now you may notice, a glam gal like me, did you see this? Did you close up? That's really pretty nail work, isn't it? Now have you figured out to move out of the light yet? Have you figured that out, Mr. Reaction Wizard? Okay, anytime now. As you can see, alcohol is evil. It hurts your reaction time. It also makes you do things you shouldn't do. It makes you say things you shouldn't say. It makes you dream things you shouldn't dream. It makes you be things you should not be. It's a vice. It's awful. Except for in moderation, if you can do that. That's very pleasant. Now, you should never drink and drive. But you could probably sit at home and play a ruler game. I bet you that'd be fun for you and your friends when you, well, you know, when you go to your first kegger. Why don't you bring a ruler to your first kegger? A little tip from Test Tube Tina. I don't really see there's any reason to continue this little experiment. Clearly, mind and brain cells have been affected in this group. We already knew that, though, didn't we? But you, pure of heart, pure of spirit, pure of innocence, that I never had. There was not an opportune thing for me to get in my life. So what did I do? I drank. I did drugs. I hoed. I told way too many people way too many secrets. But you have a nice life. And just remember, Test Tube Tina loves you, cares about you, and will tell you exactly what she thinks about you once she's had a couple cocktails. She will. She also gets a little frisky. I gotta tell you, Tina's had her heyday there too. But anyway, kids, boys and girls, learn from a master. They're pretty good when you get a good master. But anyway, learn from the people. Well, have a nice day, and thanks once again for visiting Test Tube Tina.
Huh?